At first glance, Mailea Armatage isn't very different from you. She's a university student, a newlywed, and a Mormon. But Mailea has narcolepsy and cataplexy, a sleep disorder that affects 1 out of every 2,000 Americans.
Yeah, narcolepsy is a condition where your brain does not get a full amount of REM sleep during the night. So you're constantly during the day, you're falling asleep at random times. I could be looking at you right now and you wouldn't, if I'm not talking to you, you wouldn't really tell if I'm asleep or not. Cataplexy is when, if you feel, sometimes people with narcolepsy, if they feel a strong emotion, their muscles will give out and some people will even collapse. Since I do sign language, sometimes my hands will stop and I feel kind of frozen for a second and I won't be able to sign for just a second, then my arms will warm up again. It's kind of weird feeling.
Many narcoleptics don't receive the help they need because their symptoms aren't taken seriously or are mistaken for something else.
You can't see it. Like, if I'm in a wheelchair, I mean, you can see that I would need some help to get different places. But with narcolepsy, you can't see it in a person, and sometimes they may be thinking that I'm making something up, or I'm being dramatic, or I'm making up excuses for being lazy. So it's hard for some people to realize that it's a real thing. So during school, I would have to be fidgeting with something if I wanted to stay focused, which is kind of ADD, ADHD symptoms. And I didn't know it. I was trying to keep myself awake. And then later in about 7th grade, I found out that we found more of narcolepsy symptoms because I would come home from school and sleep for like 5 hours. It's hard. Sometimes you do feel lazy. It's like, is this really narcolepsy, or am I just being a silly couch potato, you know? I don't like to assume that it's narcolepsy in case I am being lazy, but you have to give yourself some credit. Like, it's narcolepsy most of the time. It's hard to deal with.
Even if she sleeps 8 hours a night, Mailea is always sleepy during the day. Luckily, her school accommodates her condition.
I went in and I told them my symptoms, and they let me know what they could do. Right now they're lenient with my tardies because sometimes I do have to pull off on the side of the road on my way to school because I have to sleep. I can't sleep drowsy. They also sometimes they give me more time on tests in case I do zone out and need more time. They give me more time on assignments too. It's really helpful. So there are resources and lots of help.
Mailea uses her experience to motivate instead of discourage her goals.
I dream of being a mom, and sometimes that's a little bit scary to think of with narcolepsy. Like, how will that work out with having kids around the house? What if I get sleepy? What if I fall asleep somewhere and they need help? Did you hear? We're having quadruplets. I won't fall asleep if we have quadruplets.
That is a good point.
It can be tricky sometimes, but it works out, and I just have to laugh my way through it. You can laugh or cry, but you gotta laugh at it. So yes, quadruplets.
With narcolepsy.
Oh boy.